Hi, I'm Linda Riley, Practice Administrator at Saddleback Eye Center, and we're here with LASIK Insights with Dr. Manger. Now, Dr. Manger, one of the hot topics that we hear all the time from patients every day when they come in here is the fear of having LASIK. So, what's the first piece of advice you'd give someone who's truly afraid to have the LASIK procedure done?
The first thing I tell them is that it's just human nature to have fear and to have fear of the unknown, and the way to start out is to get as much of the right information that you can and learn about LASIK surgery. And then the key to getting safe LASIK surgery is to go to a very experienced LASIK surgeon that has documented great vision results.
Well, and I know that patients get a lot of reassurance knowing that you personally performed over 70,000 LASIK procedures. We tell them all the time that, you know what, no one's ever lost their vision. I mean, you're in very experienced hands with Dr. Manger, and losing vision just is a non-issue with you. So what do you say to that patient who looks at you, because I know you hear this all the time. They look at you and they say, but Dr. Manger, am I going to lose my vision if I have LASIK done? Well,
I start out by telling them that 99.7% of my patients are going to see 20/20 or better, and we've documented that over a period of 17 years. And to answer the question more specifically, only 0.3% of the patients who don't see 20/20 are actually going to be seeing 20/30, and most of them declined having an enhancement or touch-up procedure. So the point is that nobody is going to go blind from LASIK surgery at Saddleback Eye Center in my hands. We have documented 70,000 LASIK surgeries that I've done over the last 17 years, and we do a thorough 14-step eye evaluation that where we learn all the details about your eyes so that you can approach that surgery with as little fear as possible.
All right, so now let's say I can get over the fear, all right, of having it done and losing my vision. But now my next fear is, you know what, really, I'm scared. What if this is going to hurt?
Well, that's also very natural, and the answer to that question is no. LASIK surgery, properly done, is not a painful procedure. And we just use eye drops to numb your eye, and we don't use any IVs or needles that might hurt you. If you have a lot of anxiety, you're more than welcome to have Valium. We do offer you that, and we just go out of our way to make LASIK a patient-friendly procedure for you.
And I know that one of the things that I hear a lot from patients, because I'll talk to a lot of the ones who are really nervous ahead of time and reassure them that they'll be fine when they're back there. And then when they come out of the OR with you, they kind of look at us and they say, you know what, that was the easiest thing I've ever done. I mean, I don't know why I waited so long.
Right, I hear that, and I also hear the other common thing I hear is they'll just look up at me and say, are we done already?
The third fear that I hear a lot is patients are afraid of moving their eye. They say to me, you know what, okay, I have all the confidence in the world in Dr. Manger. I mean, he's done this 70,000 times. He does this 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year. So I'm confident in his skill. But I'm afraid of what if I do something that's going to mess this up. So what happens if I move my eye during the procedure?
Well, I just reassure them that there's nothing that they're going to do to change the result of that surgery. And the reason for that is, number one, we have a nice gentle device that holds your eye open during the surgery, so you don't have to worry about blinking or closing your eye. And both of the lasers that we use, the Vuzix laser and the Allegretto laser, both have trackers that track the movement of your eyes 400 times every second, so that that laser field is directly in the middle of your pupil at all times.
So if I'm thinking about now the price of LASIK, because I know that that's a concern patients have too, is I'm afraid of the cost of LASIK. So what advice would you give to that patient who's concerned about the price?
And there's a lot of LASIK advertising out there which typically advertises a low price. And the very best example I can give them is that in 2006, the United States Congress had a study on LASIK surgery where they studied all aspects of LASIK. And one of the things that they focused on was budget LASIK, because there's a lot of people who advertise LASIK for $3,000 and less for both eyes. And what they found is that 1 out of every 6 of those patients that go to a budget center are unhappy with their vision. We have an optometrist in our office who worked at a local budget center for a 3-year period, and that optometrist tells us that they feel that the numbers are more like 1 in every 4 patients are unhappy with their vision. And that is just an unbelievable statistic. And it's just important to do it right the first time, and just know that if you go to a budget center, that budget surgeon is going to save you money, but he's going to also save himself money by cutting corners, and it's going to be real difficult for you to figure out what corners are being cut.
And I know that patients are always concerned about what is the price of LASIK, and I tell people, you know what, in Orange County it is possible to find LASIK anywhere between $3,000 and $6,000 for both eyes. Obviously the $3,000 is more the budget end, and if you're really looking for quality LASIK in Orange County, you'll be spending somewhere between $4,500 and $5,500 for both eyes. The nice thing that you offer, Dr. Manger, is you have great finance options for patients that we talk about all the time. They can do 1 or 2 year no interest financing, and they're only paying $100 or $200 a month. And when you're looking at great vision for the rest of your life, that seems very reasonable to me.
I try to give people a good scientific fact. Is, you know what, 80% of the sensory input to the human brain comes from the eyes. So it's really, really important that this surgery is done right the first time. And we're centrally located here in Orange County, California, and we actually have people that come to see us from all over the world to have quality LASIK surgery.